Hi everyone. So welcome back to my channel. I know that I'm not posting very frequently these days because I just have been in my own world, and I realized that I was actually posting from the place of fear and lack, which I do not want to do, which I had shared in my other video that even if you are doing the right thing, if you are doing that thing from the place of fear and lack, then that thing is not gonna serve you. It is gonna feel like a burden. So I really had to process, and I'm still processing my own beliefs, my own thoughts, and my own lot of release which is happening these days. And I feel it is not just from this lifetime, it is from so many other lifetime as well, which I am releasing. And yeah, so I felt that when I had this impulse to create something, that Priyanka, you are just so behind, you have to create something, you have to talk about something, you have to constantly share something. It was coming from the place of fear, that I'm so behind, I'm in survival, and who will look after me? I'm all alone, I have to do it all by myself. If I will not do it, who will do it? And time is passing by, who's there for me? I have to do it. And if I relax, if I sit down, if I lie down, then I'm the failure, I'm failing. Then I'm not gonna receive anything. So I just have to keep on pushing myself. I have to be overly disciplined, which is very normalized in our society and very praised. Be overly disciplined. If you are not disciplined all the time, then you are falling behind, you are not succeeding in your life, which totally crumbled down for me, because it was coming from the place of my wounded masculine, okay, my protector, which felt that I am all alone, I have to do it all alone, there is no one behind me, there is no one holding me, there is no one looking after me. Deep survival, that I have to do it all alone, that I just cannot relax. Relaxation is not for me. If I relax, my world is gonna fall apart. Nothing is gonna work out. Who will take care of me? I just have to keep on pushing and doing and protecting myself. And so, first, today, what I want to talk about is your relationship with yourself. Women mostly, your relationship with yourself, and how do you know that which kind of relationship that you have with yourself? Because these days, universe forced me to be with my own feelings, my own mind, my own emotions, and just gave me so much of time to relax, to lie down. And this made me realize that my relationship with myself is not very good. I have a very bad relationship with myself, and it has nothing to do with dressing up, doing 10-step rituals for your XYZ thing. You could do all those things. You can dress well, you can do 10-step rituals, bath rituals, clothing rituals, feminine ritual, but all those things could come from the place of survival. You not feeling good enough, you feeling you cannot relax, you feeling not enough inside you, you feeling you are not enough the way you are. You have to perfect yourself, you have to fix yourself. There is something wrong with you. So just the whenever I opened my Instagram these days, I started to feel resistance from a very famous influencers as well. And all those type of posts, do this, do that, if you are feeling this, if you are feeling that, there is this wrong with you, there is that wrong with you. And it started to bother me a lot, and I started to feel why they are constantly making us feel that there is something wrong with us, why they are just all selling all these things from the place of their own wounded masculine. Why they are constantly making us feel that, there is something which is missing in us, which they can give, constantly pointing out our flaws, constantly pointing out what is wrong with us. And I just started to feel very frustrated, and I unfollowed most of them, and I started to not see those posts, those reels, those posts, and I was like, no, I'm not going to feed my mind with all these things. But the best thing what happened with me is that I started to listen to my own self talk, which earlier I used to feel that, I am a very confident one, independent one, I think I'm beautiful, I think I'm pretty, I think I take care of myself, I eat healthy, I go to the gym, and I am very disciplined with my workout, I dress well, I take care of my body, I love to take care of myself, which was good, which really helped me in a certain way uh, to be visible, okay, to allow myself to be visible, my body to be visible. But my inner self talk was actually very bad. And I only realized it when I started to be present with myself in my world, with my thought. And what universe revealed to me was my inner mother, and how my external mothers shaped my relationship with myself, my body, and my own inner self talk, my own inner world, and how I take care of myself, and how I look at myself, and how I look after myself, and what I believe I am worthy of receiving. Okay. And which I earlier thought that, oh, I don't have it. I have a very good self talk. I don't think bad about myself and XYZ. Um, so, which was totally the coping mechanism. Okay. This identity of mine was stopping me from going into my own pain and feeling that how much pain and grief I'm holding on to for not receiving what I should have received from my mother, you know. And when I allowed myself, which I'm still allowing, I'm not gonna say that this process is done, this is 2 day process. No, it is maybe a long time process. The grief will surface here and there, but when you will start to have a good relationship with yourself, a healthy relationship with yourself, rather than running away from your emotions, okay, you will allow yourself to totally and fully feel yourself without trying to distract yourself. Because, let's understand it like this. So, you were a child and you felt pain, you felt fear, or maybe you were upset. Okay, maybe something wrong happened. And rather than your mother being in tune to she noticing your mood, okay, she really coming and asking and soothing you, she maybe neglected you. You had to look after your own self, or maybe you felt ashamed for feeling those things because those things uh, troubled your mother, or she felt overwhelmed when you expressed those emotions, or maybe she distanced herself, and she made you feel bad for expressing those emotions. And how a healthy mother would behave, like, you are feeling exhausted but you have somewhere important to go, and you have maybe something important work to do. But if she's healthy, she will notice your exhaustion, your mood, that you are struggling, that you do not have energy to go there, and that you need to rest. She's gonna tell you that, rest, and I will cook you something which you really like. You don't have to go there and just because you feel that that's the only thing you have to do. It can wait, but your health, your emotions, your exhaustions, your feeling matters first. Don't overdo. Rest. She will notice it and she will soothe it, and she will maybe cook something healthy for you or something your favorite to make you feel better. So you will feel that, okay, my exhaustion is not bad. I'm allowed to rest, and I will still be forgiven, and I will still have that work. I will still receive it. I can choose myself first. I can I don't have to be hard on myself that why am I not able to go there? Why am I feeling exhausted? Why am I lazy? Why am I like this? Why am I like that? I just cannot do that. I'm not capable. I'm not good enough. This is a negative self talk. You are being hard and critical about yourself. You are not allowing yourself to rest. You are criticizing yourself to rest. But if you had a healthy mother, she would have behaved differently with you. She would have noticed your mood and noticed your uh, exhaustion, and did not label your exhaustion as laziness, rather than, soothed you, and she have been there for you. So in this you will know that, okay, when I'm exhausted, actually I'm not lazy. My body needs rest. My body and I come first. I will rest, and I will still be provided. I'm still loved. Other things can wait. I don't have to rush. Okay, and not able to go there, not able to show up, doesn't mean that, I'm not capable. I did something wrong. I'm not good enough, or I will be punished, or I will lose something. So इस एग्जाम्पल को आप हर जगह फिट कर दो. ठीक है. Now what used to happen that when I was a child, it was very hard for me to relax, and very hard for me to just just be lazy, just have fun, or just lie down, or just playing or doing something. Every time I did that, it was not safe for me, and I used to feel like something wrong is gonna happen, because most of the time I was punished. So my body started to associate sitting silently, resting, playing, dancing, and doing what bring joy to me is unsafe and threatening to my safety. I'm not safe. My body is not safe. And deep down, the core belief is I will not be provided. I will not be loved. I will be punished. Okay, maybe I will not be able to go XYZ places. Okay, so whatever. So what started to happen that, this calm wali auntie, she comes and she cleans my room. And when my roommate is there, because she's very controlling and hypercritical about everything, and she has this extreme OCD. Okay, so unconsciously I attracted these type of people in my life, around whom I'm not able to relax. And now what I started to do is that I allowed myself to laugh in front of her, and just lie down and be lazy and being useless, and not appearing as, I have all my life figured out, and I'm the smartest woman on the planet. And I'm me being smart means I'm hyper productive all the time, because she's like that. She's very productive, and she is studying till 4 a.m. in the morning, and she do not laugh that much. She's very serious all the time. So what I started to do is, like, when auntie comes and clean my room, I allowed myself to just lie down on my bed. And oh my god, trust me, it seems very small, कि बहुत ही छोटी सी बात है, इसमें क्या ही हो जाएगा. But what I realized is I started to feel scared from calm wali auntie. I started to feel shame. I started to feel like a failure. I started to feel like someone who's dumb, who have nothing in this life to do, who do not have her own work, who have so much of free time, who is useless. And my body started to feel scared, like, my body is under a threat. Something wrong is gonna happen. Someone is gonna come and see that I am resting, lying down, and will start to scold and do something. So all these things started to come up, and it only came when I allowed myself to do the opposite. That this time I will allow myself to rest in front of Kamwali auntie, which is less threatening to my nervous system because she's not the person of authority to me. But even in front of her, I started to feel all these things, and because I allowed myself, then only I started to feel all these things. And when I was feeling, I was not suppressing it. I was allowing myself to experience it. And trust me, most of the time I would just um, start talking to her, distract her mind, and tell her that why am I lying down, why am I resting, and I will just sit down and I will overthink and I will not feel safe. This used to happen with my roommate also. Okay, because my work is like that I'm not that busy like them. Okay, so this is very funny, and this I realized when I started to do it. So slowly and gradually what I did, that I allowed myself to appear as that I have so much of free time, I'm useless, and I'm just chilling, I'm just lying down, I'm just sleeping the whole day, I don't have nothing, I am not very productive, I am not very perfect all the time. And trust me, it started to trigger my roommate a lot. She started to feel triggered because she started to see herself as, she's very productive, she's studying, which is, oh, I'm not judging her, so I'm just sharing because it will help you. Like, my uselessness and my freedom of time and me being free and in my own world and sleeping, this started to trigger her. And yeah, then in front of auntie as well, Kamwali auntie, I started to allow myself slowly and gradually to lie down, to sleep, to just close my eyes, to rest. And what I realized slowly and gradually, that I am the one, the protector inside me is thinking about all these things and trying to protect me by wanting me to be productive, move my body, do something, be productive, appear as busy, appear as someone who have a lot of things to do, you know. And she was actually not thinking about anything about me. She was just busy doing her work. And she did not even ask me even at once that why am I lying down or why am I resting and or anything. It was just my protector who was scared of punishment, being scolded and told as you are useless, you will do nothing in your life, nothing will happen to you while you are resting, scared of punishment and being scolded and xyz. It was my protector, and my body was scared of the rest, that I just cannot rest, I have to appear as productive. So this was the biggest shift which I am noticing in me, that I try to appear as productive as my body feels unsafe, and my body wants to appear as productive, constantly moving, doing something, constantly chasing something, constantly fixing something, constantly appearing as busy, to protect from the threat, from the future threat, which is actually not there right now. And unconsciously I attract these type of people who are hypercritical about themselves. They do not allow themselves to rest. They have very bad relationship with themselves. Okay, and they do not have a healthy relationship with their mother. And because I also saw my mother as always being active, productive, and you know how there is one person in your family and everyone is tiptoeing around that one person, tiptoeing around their mood and their anger and um, everything about that person and trying to just not offend that person. So I grew up in that kind of environment where I always found myself tiptoeing around this one authority, and I always felt that I will be under threat if I'm not productive all the time, because I saw my mother also being always trying to, do something and then feeling totally exhausted. And she did not even know that why she's exhausted, because she was living in survival. And I unconsciously adapted that because, uh, because I started to not have good relationship with myself, with my own self. So yeah, apart from this, what I really want to share is that if you did not have a good relationship with your mother, you will not have a good relationship with yourself, like your inner self talk. Okay, what your inner dialogue is about yourself. You will be very hypercritical about yourself. You will be hypercritical about what you are deserving of, what you can receive, what you cannot receive. And you will not allow yourself to rest, be soft, be kind towards yourself. You will not feel worthy of receiving without being useful, and you will feel extremely scared, when you will do any kind of mistake. You will feel like that, this is end of the world and you are not going to receive anything because you did not prove yourself. And if you are not being useful all the time, then you are not deserving of receiving. You do not allow yourself to show up as your imperfect self. You are waiting to be perfect. You are hypercritical about yourself every time you make any kind of mistake. Okay, you your internal self talk goes very harsh, very bad towards yourself, for yourself, when you make any kind of mistake or you see someone making mistake. And unconsciously you start to control things because you are not able to trust life. You are not able to trust that. Also, because your emotions were not recognized, no, she did not attuned to your emotions. You are also not tuned in to your emotions. You are hard with your own emotions. The time you start to feel exhausted, you start to feel yourself, I should not feel exhausted, I should be productive, I am being lazy, this is bad, I'm doing something wrong, there is something wrong with me, and I cannot lie down. Let me just, go run, let me just work out, let me prepare this meal, let me finish this work. And you tend to not listen to yourself, your exhaustion, because pausing is feeling, and feeling is grieving that you did not have it. And grieving means accepting the reality and people as they are. And accepting means working on yourself, facing your own shadows, facing your own pain, your own griefs, your own coping mechanisms, right? And facing those means you will not be able to escape it now. You will not be able to run away. And then you will have to change. And that change may be not safe for that identity of yours which always tried to protect you from that pain. So you have to talk to this identity of yours who's trying to protect you, right? So yeah, what I realized about myself. So, how you can see that you do not have a good relationship with yourself? See that how is your inner dialogue about yourself, about you being a woman, about your features, about your skin color, about your height, about your body parts, about you being a woman, about your name, about your looks, okay, and about yourself. What is your inner self talk? Okay, and do not go in this ego like, okay, I think very highly of myself, I think I'm so this, I'm so that. Actually listen to yourself, because your conscious mind will always try to protect you from these type of truth, because your conscious mind is trying to prevent you from looking inside your own that identity and protector of yours, which is hiding you from feeling that pain, from accepting that yes, because I believe these things about myself, that's why I am attracting these things into my reality. These people are my thoughts. Yeah. Everyone around you could be your thoughts, your inner self talk. And then when they say something about you, you get triggered, because there is this little part of you which believes that it is true. Also, that part gets triggered because it was treated the same way, maybe by your mother, maybe by your father, maybe by your relatives, maybe by your teachers, maybe by your acquaintance. Because that part did not receive that love, so that part starts to get triggered, and that trigger starts to, that trigger is holding the grief, the pain, the sadness which you do not want to feel. And in order to not feel, you start to blame the other person, that that person is bad. Of course, whatever that person said is wrong, but the other thing is the universe is trying to show you by reflecting you. That person is the mirror of your inner world, that's showing you that where you are disconnected from yourself, where you are not where you have abandoned the part of yourself, where you have to come close to yourself. So yeah, see these things about yourself. Also see that when, how do you talk to yourself? What do you feel that you are deserving of receiving? If you, like, if you are not proving, if you are not achieving, if you are not doing anything, if you are imperfect, if you made mistakes, then still do you believe that you are deserving of receiving all the friends, love, closeness, friendship, recognition, and love? Or are you holding yourself back from launching your business, from creating that video, from doing that what you really want to do, because you are waiting for the moment to be perfect, because you are scared of being seen as imperfect, that you also have flaws. You are scared of facing your own flaws, you are scared of facing your own imperfections, that you are not perfect, you want to be appeared as perfect, and because you want to be appear as perfect, you are holding yourself back from doing what you are really good at, what you really want to do. You are scared of launching that business, or launching something which you really want to launch, and pursue something which you may or may not succeed in, and you may fail at that, in that, okay, you may fail. And because you want to be perfect, and your inner self talk is like, I just cannot make mistakes, I am a perfect one, and I am a perfect daughter. Being imperfect means I'm gonna lose the love, I have to be perfect. And in this, you are just constantly trying to please your parents, you are not choosing yourself, right? In this, you are not choosing to be kind to yourself, you are not choosing to choose yourself. Also see that, how tuned in you are with your own emotional world, with your own self. Like, you are exhausted, and you have this thing that you do every day, and then you are like, oh my god, I just cannot rest, I have to do this. Of course, if you are disciplined, maybe do 10% of it, And then rather than telling yourself that I am lazy, I am this and that, then just rest. Okay, world is not gonna end, but your inner critic makes you believe that if you do not do this, if you fail in this, then you are a failure, then you failed in life. Then you start to be hard on yourself. You start to get angry at your exhausted part, that why you are exhausted, you should not be. Okay, also see yourself that where you hide your authentic self. Okay, and how you hide your authentic self. Are you scared of laughing? Are you scared of cracking jokes? Are you scared of being flirtatious? Are you scared of you know being perceived as not very serious, not very perfect? Someone who's still figuring out the life, someone who's right now little lost. Do you feel scared of appearing like that, or you hide it, that I have to be appear as perfect, confident and figured out, get put together all the time in order to be loved or feel safe? See that, do you not allow yourself to be playful, to just be like a child, crack jokes, be playful, and see that, are you extremely hard on yourself? Also see that how true you are to yourself, because your protector may tell you that you don't think negative about yourself, and your protector will not allow you to accept that yes, you are critical about yourself, because then you have to face the pain. But the more you are kind towards yourself, you will be able to accept those flaws of yours, those parts of yours, and those critical talk of yours. And you will start to see your mistakes as not the end of the world. And you will start to see those people who's highly critical about you and hyper controlling, or wanting to be perfect, not making mistakes, as too much. You will not feel safe around them, you will not want to be around them. Okay, and even if you made any kind of mistake, you will not be hard on yourself. Okay, you will allow yourself to make mistake, and you will allow yourself to correct that, rather than being hard on yourself, that I'm the bad one, why I did that, I shouldn't have done that. Rather than apologizing 100 times, you will not be hard on yourself, you will simply change your behavior, you will not maybe do that again. Rather than feeling guilty, ashamed, bad all the time, being hard on yourself, punishing yourself, you will allow yourself to be seen as imperfect, as not perfect, as not good all the time, as not someone who have figured out everything. You will allow yourself to be seen as imperfect, and you will still feel worthy of receiving everything, all the support, all the love, all the people, all the friendship. You will not feel that you will have to carry everyone, everything, everybody's mood, everybody's life, trauma, their xyz, in order to have friends, support, connection, whatever you want in your life. You will not feel like that you have to carry them. You will feel, and you will have confidence that I can put myself first, I can put my emotion, the way I'm feeling right now, what I want right now, and still I feel deserving and safe. Then even if I put myself first, still I am safe, and still I will receive everything that I want. But for this, you will have to have a good relationship with yourself. If you have a critical relationship with yourself, your inner self talk will be extremely bad. which I also used to have, that why I did that mistake. I'm a horrible person. I don't deserve to be forgiven. Now I'll be punished and I deserve that punishment. I deserve that silent treatment. I deserve that horrible treatment. I deserve that bad treatment. I deserved that because I made that mistake, so I deserved to be treated like that. It's my mistake. I need to be straightened up. Okay. And I only learn by being punished. Okay. And I shouldn't have made that mistake. That's wrong. And I would apologize 100 times. I'll feel like a horrible person. I'll feel bad. I'll feel guilty. I'll feel scared that I'm going to lose this. I'm not going to be supported. They will leave me. And I'm a horrible person. I shouldn't have made that mistake. And for even a smallest mistake, and I was so scared of creating a video where I'm not that perfect, that I have to have everything figured out, all the topics, all the self realization, everything figured out. I need to know everything that I'm talking in the video. I just cannot be seen as someone who is still learning, who is still uh, releasing a lot of stuffs, who's not perfect, who did not figure out everything, who still uh, you know I still do not know my purpose. Okay. And but I'm working towards it, and nobody will come to me, nobody would like to learn from me, nobody would like to connect with me. What do I have in me? Why would people like to connect with me? But what they would like, why they would learn from me? Who am I? Why somebody will invite me? Why somebody will give me? Why somebody will choose me? Why somebody will include me? Why somebody will compliment me? Why somebody will appreciate me? And it is most of it, all of it is related to the mother wound and your inner self talk, how and what you believe about yourself, and what you believe you are worthy of. And then I was like, I don't want people to really like my video. I really don't want to be appeared as that I have figured out everything and I know everything about every topic. Today I'm telling you all this where I am at right now, and it may change, it may evolve, it may grow. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I do not have to figure out everything, and my topic doesn't have to be 100% right. And viewer can listen, viewer can keep whatever they want to keep from this video, and they can leave. It's up to them. I do not have to control them. I do not have to take responsibility for their learning. That I have to deliver something which is 100% perfect, and if they are perceiving something wrong from my video, it is my problem because it is me who's wrong, who's not that perfect. No, it is not my responsibility, right? So this shift started to come also about, what I used to do, that whenever I used to go somewhere, whenever I used to I used to feel that I'm not worthy of being invited, being included, being seen for my hurt, for my needs, for my wants, for my emotion, for my inner world. I don't deserve to be seen. I, I don't deserve to be seen. And when I say seen, I mean I don't deserve to be seen for what I'm feeling, for what I'm going through. That I need somebody to sit with me, listen to me, really care about me. I don't feel worthy of somebody noticing my, what I like, what I don't like. I just felt that I'm not worthy of someone being attuned to me as well. And how it looked like, it looked like being hyper independent, being extremely strong. I don't need anyone, I don't want anyone, I don't I'm someone who do everything for myself. But deep down there was a grief that I also want all these things we all want. And then I just I allowed myself to feel, and then what came up is my inner self talk, the inner child in me who believed that she is not deserving of all these things. And now I am 29. I can talk to her, I can tell her that whatever she has been through is not actually who she is. That's just a part of her life. But I also allowed herself to feel that, to grieve that, to talk to me, to tell me her to I allowed herself to feel her pain, to feel her grief, to feel her anger. Okay. Okay. I did not suppress her this time by telling her that, oh, I will do it all by myself. I will give it to myself. I don't care. I don't need anyone. I don't want anyone. I don't want any of these things. No. I listened to her. And then I realized that, oh my God, I am the one who is attracting these people in my life, who's dependent on me all the time, who unconsciously always want things from me. They think that I am so strong because I am projecting this energy into this universe that and onto these people, that I don't need anyone, I don't want anyone, I can look after myself, I don't want anybody's attention, I don't need anybody's anything, I am the one who can look out for myself. I don't need any kind of support, any kind of consideration. I'm so mature, I'm so wise, I'm so xyz. And then I was like, I'm so exhausted that I do not want to do this. I also want to be considered, and I do not want to play the role of this mother in their life and where I'm not putting myself first. I want to start putting myself first. And when I started to put myself first, what I realized that I started to feel like I am the one who's protecting this inner child of me, who's telling her that you don't have to carry all these people in order to feel safe. You also deserve to be seen, and I will see you first. You don't have to appear as strong, hyper independent, bold, courageous all the time, and someone who don't need anyone, who don't want anyone, who can do everything all by herself, who is very strong, which is okay, but you don't have to appear like that all the time. Okay, and it is okay to need people, to receive from people, to make mistake, to not carry everyone, to set boundaries, to put your emotions, to put yourself first, where you felt that no, I don't like this, no, I don't like the way they are talking to me, no, I don't like the way they are behaving with me. Rather than understanding their pain, their trauma, their world, put yourself first, that okay, I can understand why they are behaving like this, but do I like the way they are treating me right now? No. So the moment I started to set the boundaries, I started to feel like something in me is healing. Like I am the one who is putting myself first. Like I'm the one who's putting myself first. And then I started to feel like I don't have to carry everyone. This identity of mine, it was just trying to protect me and make me survive. It was coming from a deep seated survival, that in order to survive I have to abandon myself. Okay, I cannot be seen, I cannot be met, and my inner world is not important, and I have to carry it all alone. Nobody will show up for me, nobody will care about my mood, my inner world, nobody will care about about me, my needs. I have to carry it all alone, I have to do it all alone. My needs are a burden, my wants are a burden, my mood is a burden, I am a burden. And me receiving is actually a burden. Me expressing any kind of need in a form of my mood, my boundaries, my XYZ is a burden. So I need to be, as simple as possible. I need to be as pleasing as possible. I need to be less troubling. I need to be good. So I need to appear as someone who's easy to manage because I don't matter. I don't exist. In order to belong, in order to survive, I have to be useful all the time. I have to be considerate all the time. I have to be wise all the time. I have to be, forgiving all the time. I have to be tolerating all the time. I just cannot put myself first. And every time somebody used to put themselves first, somebody used to cry and they used to have the support and all those stuff, I used to look down on those people and I used to feel extremely triggered. Like, they are not very independent, they are not very this and that, they are not, especially she's not very independent, this and that, and still she have all these things, and I'm the one who's so capable, who's this and that, and I'm not receiving any of these things because I was not allowing myself to put myself first. And it was coming from my own mother wound. I never used to put myself first. And also you carry this belief that what you are worthy of receiving in this world, your mother wound and your relationship with your mother shapes what you are worthy of receiving for who you are in this world. Not the perfect you, not the perfect version of you, not someone who have figured out everything. The imperfect version of you, the true you, the authentic you, okay, who allows herself to make mistakes, who's not hyper independent. Okay, it shapes what you are, what you allow yourself to receive in this world, what you allow yourself to receive from yourself and from others. Receive from yourself will look like you putting yourself first. Your self-talk is not critical towards yourself. You are kind towards yourself. You are allowing yourself to show up as who you are. You are not trying to be perfect. You are not trying to present the perfect version of yourself. You are not trying to please others in order to receive something. Because deep down you believe that you will be held, okay, and you will receive. Even if you are not perfect, you don't have to be perfect in order to receive. Deep down you believe that you are inherently deserving of receiving just for existing. If you have a healthy relationship with yourself, you will believe that you are deserving of receiving everything just because you are breathing. That's it. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be anything else than who you are. Okay, and if you want to do something, then also you will receive everything to do that. You don't have to be perfect to receive anything. Listen to it again. If you had a healthy connection with your mother, okay, you learned that you are deserving of receiving, because mother is love, unconditional love, giving you love and you receiving it as a child. Okay, father is more about doing. Mother is loving you, giving you, seeing you as perfect, seeing you as, there is that you are perfect the way you are. Okay, and you are deserving of receiving all the love in the world because you are her child. That's all. She do not want you to be perfect version of yourself, abandon yourself, or do anything in order to receive her love. It is always there. Unconditionally, it is always there. Okay, she might punish you. She might try to protect you. Okay, but she's not hard on you, she's not horrible with you, she's always there for you. She's also punishing you for you, protecting you for you, if it is coming from a place of if it is coming from a healthy place. Okay, so the child learns that, okay, I am deserving of receiving all the love in this universe. Okay, just because I am her child. Okay, and I am deserving of receiving love because I exist. And you allow yourself to receive. You don't feel guilty, ashamed, bad for receiving all those things. You allow yourself to receive. You do not try to hide your imperfection or try to make yourself perfect. Do not try to uh, present yourself as someone who have no flaw, who's all the time perfect, figured out everything, doing everything on your own, trying to prove yourself constantly, and very critical about yourself, constantly comparing yourself, constantly looking down on yourself, not feeling deserving of receiving anything. You will feel just, I am deserving of receiving everything in this world because I exist. And even if you want to grow, even if you want to become successful or whatever you want to become, you allow yourself to show up just as you are. You try to learn rather than try to perfect yourself. You allow yourself to receive support, help, guidance, and you get it also because you feel that you are deserving of receiving all these things. You are not very hypercritical about yourself that, okay, this video is bad, I am looking bad, my hair is bad, I don't like my voice, I don't like the way I'm talking, I'm so horrible, I'm so stupid, I don't even know about this topic, what others will think and how others will perceive me, how others will see me, how they will look at me, what they will think about me. Are they gonna learn something from me? Is this video gonna impact them or not? Their growth is my responsibility. If they perceive any of my topic in any other way, then it is my responsibility. I just cannot make any mistakes, I have to be perfect, I cannot evolve here, I have to be the way I am right now, and I just cannot change, I cannot show up just as I am and allow people to see me as I am right now. I cannot grow in front of people. I can only be seen by people when I'm totally perfect. This is coming from your mother wound. This is your relationship with yourself, and this is also blocking your growth, the what you really want to do. Okay, because you are all these things to yourself. Now you are all these things to yourself, and your inner protectors, your inner self-talk, your inner beliefs are now stopping you. Because now what happened to you in the past, that child is still there in you, and that child is not having you as a adult. You are not trying to connect back to that child and tell that child that now you are of this age, you have did all these things, now you can take care of that child, hold that child and tell that child that what happened is past. You are out of that place. Okay, now I am with you. That was just one incident, that was just one story. You believed all those things because you were not able to have discernment like I have right now. You are allowed to feel whatever you are feeling, tell me. Okay, but now adult you can have the discernment that whatever the child in you have the beliefs are believing about you, about life, about receiving, is the child in you. And these beliefs are the child in you, and these beliefs are not you. These beliefs are not your life. These beliefs are not true. These beliefs has nothing to do with you. Those were formed at a certain age, okay, by the experiences that child had, and also because this child formed the protector inside, and this protector formed certain kind of beliefs in order to protect the child, and you are still running your life from that child who's stuck there because you are not allowing yourself to feel. You are not allowing yourself to be the safe space for the child which she never had. You are trying to live your life from this protector, from this identity of yours which was formed in order to protect the child. So everything you believe about yourself, that I do not deserve to receive support, I do not deserve to be seen, who will see my video, I'm so stupid, I'm so this, I'm so ugly, I'm so bad, I just cannot make mistakes, I have to appear as perfect, I have to know everything, I should figure out everything needs to be figured out, I have to be perfect, I have to wear the perfect makeup, the perfect clothes, the perfect jewelry, I have to have the perfect eye blink, I have to, because ये हमारे mind में चलता है ना, I have to be extremely perfect. This is coming from your mother wound. You don't have to be. You are deserving of receiving even if you are imperfect. You are allowed to grow and be seen with all your imperfections, and you are still allowed to receive all the support and growth. And you are allowed to make mistakes, because then only you will learn, right? You will not learn by hiding, because then you are just hiding. You are not growing, and you are thinking that I'm hiding, I'm still learning, I'm still accumulating the informations, the knowledge and everything, I'm still learning, I'm still in a phase of learning, but you are just hiding. You are not allowing yourself to be seen. Your protector is keeping you in this trap that you are still not yet ready. You still have to know more, learn more, be more, have more informations, have more perfection, and then you will be in this trap whole your life, and then you will resent everyone who is receiving by showing up just as they are. That's how it started, right? Because when TikTok started, many people got triggered and they started to shame these people, because then they started to rise, they started to earn money, they started to receive money for just showing up as they are, their imperfect self. And these people started to feel like I am doing this work, these degrees, this and that, still we are earning less than them. So their own wound was showing up. See how this wound is showing in your life, how it is preventing you, okay, from your growth, from your healing. Because you don't have to be perfect in order to receive, which I used to believe that in order to launch my course, in order for people to actually come and learn from me and receive whatever they are meant to receive from me, I have to be perfect. I have to know everything. But no, I can share whatever I know right now, right? I can teach whatever I know right now, and I don't have to take responsibility for their growth. I don't have to take responsibility for their healing, because then it's ego that I am the one who's changing something in their life. No, you are listening to me, and something awakened in you, and it's you who's changing. I'm just the mirror to you that you can do this also. That's it. I don't have to take responsibility for anybody's change. But if you choose to do, that's your courage. That's your choice. That's you are doing. I'm not doing anything. Okay? I'm just a help. Okay? That's it. So, yeah, I just started to believe all these things about myself. Sorry, not believe. I just started to allow myself to be in this space, and I started to connect with myself and my own inner self talk, and how I see myself and my beliefs. And then I started to ask those beliefs that why do you believe that these things are true about yourself? And then those beliefs started to uh, take me to the memory or to the version of me, or to the child self of me who's still stuck there, and still she believes that all these things which is said to her, which people told her, how they treated her, how they made them feel, how they made her feel, is actually uh, her. And life is all about this, and people are all about this, and this is what she's deserving of. But I can now hold her, allow her, and be that mother to her. And I can now be that parent to her. I can allow her to feel whatever she's feeling, and then I can hold the discernment. I can talk to my protector. I do not have to talk to that child that be perfect. I can allow her to feel, but then I can keep whatever is healthy and whatever is not serving me, because now I can have the discernment that that was just one experience, and these beliefs are stopping me from actually allowing me to see goodness in the world, that there is goodness and hope, and there is actually good things in the world, that I am the one who's blocking me because of my beliefs, because of my limiting beliefs, because my mind is constantly trying to justify those beliefs by attracting those type of people, by constantly my beliefs are attracting certain type of people in my life who are you know further उस बिलीफ को और पक्का वो लोग कर रहे हैं कि what I am believing about all these things about me is true. But I have to release those beliefs in order to attract different people in my life. Because if people are mirrors, then whatever I will believe about myself, new people are gonna mirror that back, right? So I think I have shared most of these things. And yeah, if you have any kind of questions after watching this video, any kind of confusion, you can ask me in my comment section. I would love to answer all of them as much as I can, the potential I have right now. And till then, bye bye, take care. I will see you in my next video with the new topic. Till then, bye bye, take care. I love you all.